ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। So today we are going to discuss about Sri Remuna Dham. Okay. How many of you heard Remuna Dham? Okay. See, Remuna Dham, it is not commonly known. No? So now we may know Remuna Dham, this Leelas and all. So that we might have heard after joining ISKCON, after we came to know all these things. But before that, common people, they may not know about Remuna, all these pastimes and all. Like for example, Tirupati, Puri, these things everyone knows. Even common people know, Puri, Jagannath, like that. But Remuna is, we can say it's a special place, only Gaudiyas know. So that is one thing. So today we'll discuss about Remuna Dham. So it is mostly Bengali devotees comes here, because if you see in the map, below Puri, and then if you travel from Puri to Mayapur, on the way Remuna comes. So whenever devotees they go there, they visit Puri and then Remuna also, and then they go to Mayapur. So this is mostly, if you go to the temple, mostly you will see Gaudiya devotees like that. And if you go that area, Remuna place, even common people, everyone wears tilak, everyone is chanting back, everyone who is chanting, they are naturally devotees like that. And now it is located what is known as Balashore today, and from there around 12 kilometers away is Remuna temple, Kirchor Gopinath temple, Remuna place is there. And there are very interesting things related to Remuna. We'll discuss very sweet pastimes. And this place is known as Remuna because it turned into Remuna from Ramana. So Ramana means Lord Ramachandra felt pleasure there. So that's why it is called as Ramana, and later it turned into Remuna. So now we may think, why Ram came there? What is the relation? There is very sweet pastimes. And there is another thing, we know the deity is Kirchor Gopinath. Actually he was a Gopala deity, and the Gopala deity, he got name Gopinath, and then later he was widely known as Kirchor Gopinath. So there is a pastime. So we'll discuss all these things here. And mostly we will be reading from the book on pilgrimage in Holy India by His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj. So there it is mentioned, so I'm reading from the book, how the deity came to Remuna. So Sri Kaishwarananda Deva Goswami, a disciple of Rasikananda, wrote a book in Oriya telling how the Gopinath deity came to Remuna. So Maharaj is referring to a book written by a disciple of Rasikananda. The book relates that in Treta Yuga, more than 1 million years ago, the Supreme Lord Ramachandra and his wife Sita Devi lived for some time in Chitrakoot in north central India. Once during the rainy season, a strong storm forced Rama and Sita to take shelter in the ashrama of some sages. On seeing the many cows in the ashrama and hearing their moving, Lord Ramachandra told Sita, "Seeing all these cows, I am reminded of my pastimes in Dwapara Yuga." So Lord Rama referring to his later appearance as Krishna. Did you understand this? See, when Lord Rama and Sita, they were staying in Chitrakoot for some time, and they saw all the cows, and they, Lord Ram is remembering the Dwapara Yuga pastimes. So then Sita Devi said, "What do you mean? Please tell me about these pastimes." So Lord Ram replied, "Just wait for a week. With an arrow, I will carve some pictures of those pastimes in a black rock, and you will be able to see them." But after 4 days, Sita said, "I can't wait any longer. Please show me what you have done." So to please her, Lord Ramachandra then showed her the carvings. He had completed a deity of Gopala Krishna. So this is very important point. He carved a deity of Gopala Krishna. His back still attached to the stone, and on the stone itself, drawings of Krishna's 8 principal gopis, covered girlfriends, and 4 maid servants of the gopis. Maid servants in the sense manjaris. Also depicted were 12 cows, Lord Balarama wrestling Mushtika, Lord Krishna wrestling Chanura, and few other scenes. Basically, Lord Ram depicted the Vrindavana Leelas. Krishna is fighting with Mushtika, these pastimes, and then cows, gopis, and then deity of Gopala Krishna. It was carved by Lord Rama with his arrow. So, and by seeing these carvings, Lord Sita was very pleased, and she started to worshipping this Gopala deity. So after a few days, Rama and Sita left. So Lord Brahma, the creator of the universe, came and took over the worship of the deity, a service he was to perform through the rest of Treta Yuga, through Dwapara Yuga, and for several centuries of Kali Yuga. So very long history is there for this deity, Gopala deity. So then after Lord Ram and Sita left, Brahma came and he started worshipping till the some centuries of Kali Yuga. And then in the 13th century, King Langula Narsimhadeva from Orissa was traveling to the holy place with his queen and many great sages. At Chitrakoot, they saw the deity of Gopala. Not knowing that Lord Brahma was coming there daily, the king was astonished that no one was worshipping such a beautiful deity. That night, the deity appeared to the king in a dream and asked to be taken to a more populated place. The king decided to take Gopala deity to Jagannath Puri. Okay, from Chitrakoot, the king is taking the deity and traveling to Jagannath Puri. So on the way, we'll see. The king selected some qualified brahmanas to worship the deity and started for Puri. But when they reached Remuna, a beautiful covered village, Gopala again appeared to the king in a dream and asked to be installed and worshipped there. The village people, delighted, gave the deity large quantities of milk and milk products every day. So then on the way we saw from Puri, they were about to come to Puri, and on the way the king is coming to Remuna, and there the deity wanted to stay. So he is staying there. And now the important point is, the queen noticed that the deity was accompanied by carvings of the 8 principal gopis. So she named him Gopinatha, the lord of the gopis. So previously he was known as Gopala deity, and the queen, she named the Gopala deity as Gopinatha, because the deity was associated with gopis, so Gopinath, the lord of the gopis. So she named. Okay. So all these pastimes happened because the deity want to come here to Remuna. So for all this, there is a reason behind all these things. In future there will be a great devotee who will come there, and there is a very nice pastime there in Remuna. So it is all pre-planned. So Lord wanted to come here for a particular purpose. So in future, no, there is a pastime happened here, so we'll see that. So now originally the deity was known as Gopala deity, and then now he got the name Gopinath. So now we'll see how he got Kheer Chor Gopinath. Kheer Chor means, immediately people will ask, Chor means, like he stole something. What he stole? Obviously there is a question. So what Leela happened, we'll see now. How Gopinatha got the name Kheer Chor. So it is in the book, it is said, Madhavendra Puri was a highly advanced devotee of Lord Krishna. While living in Vrindavana, absorbed in remembering the pastimes of the Lord, he saw Krishna appear in a dream and telling him he had been buried for a long time in a jungle nearby. Krishna wanted Madhavendra Puri to dig him up. Following the Lord's instruction, with the help of the local people, Madhavendra Puri discovered a deity of Krishna named Gopala. Okay. So this Gopala is different from the Remuna Gopala. This is a different deity which is in Govardhan. Okay. Madhavendra Puri built a temple for Gopala and served him for 2 years. Then again one night Gopala appeared to him in a dream and asked him to go to Orissa to get sandalwood to smear on his body. On the way to Orissa, Madhavendra Puri stopped at the Gopinath temple in Remuna. He asked the priest what kind of food was offered to Gopinatha, thinking he could offer the same preparations to his own deity Gopala. The priest mentioned the condensed milk, Kshira, known as Amrita Keli, was famous because its taste was nectarian. Okay, so there is a regular offering to the deity Gopinath, Amrita Keli. So actually, one day we were discussing what is actually Amrita Keli. It is translated as condensed milk, but that is not the actual translation. Amrita Keli is something we were trying to translate, but we couldn't. But that is a speciality of Sanskrit and the Indian languages, So there is the accurate meaning for everything. Like once Prabhupada also mentions that BUT but PUT put how. So the Sanskrit has a proper pronunciation, the meaning, everything is accurate. That is one special thing. So that evening, while the priest made an offering to the Lord, Madhavendra Puri thought that if the priest were to offer him some of the condensed milk, he could taste it and then be able to prepare it for Gopala. He then at once became ashamed for thinking of tasting the Lord's food during the offering. Feeling he had committed a great offense, he left the temple and went to a vacant marketplace to chant the holy names of the Lord. So this is the mood of a devotee, While offering bhoga to Lord, we are not supposed to think that how it will taste. No, even while thinking, we are trying to taste with the mind. We are not supposed to do that. So that's why in temple kitchen, only the cook is allowed, or second initiated. Only a particular people allowed in the kitchen to cook. So we have to have a proper consciousness when we cook for the deity. So here Madhavendra Puri was a great devotee, but actually he was not thinking something offensive, but still out of humility he is thinking like that. No, I have committed offense. I should have not done that. So immediately he left the place and he went and he was chanting the holy name. So later that night, Gopinath deity appeared in a dream to the priest and told him he had hidden a pot of condensed milk behind his cloth. Gopinath told the priest to deliver the condensed milk to a saintly person named Madhavendra Puri. The priest did as he told. So after the dream, the priest went around and he was calling out, who is Madhavendra Puri? Who is Madhavendra Puri? He was searching out. And Madhavendra Puri was sitting under a tree alone. He was chanting the holy names of the Lord. The priest was astonished. The Lord himself has stolen a pot of kheer for a devotee, then how exalted he should be. So then he went there and he delivered the pot of kheer, and Madhavendra Puri tasted that kheer. So Madhavendra Puri felt ecstasy to learn that the Lord had stolen condensed milk for him. After drinking the milk, Madhavendra Puri kept the pot, and every day he would eat a little piece of it. So Lord himself had touched the pot and stolen the pot of kheer. Then after tasting, he didn't want to throw the pot even. He broke into pieces, and every day he would eat a small piece of the earthen pot. So he had so much love for Gopinath. So in this temple he is known as Kheer Chor Gopinath because of this Leela. Kheer Chor means he has stolen kheer. So he is famous as thief in this temple. So that's the thing, whatever Supreme Lord does, it becomes glorious. Even though he does some bad things, but still it is glorified. Bad things in the sense, materially it is bad, but there is a verse, Sarvair Gunais Tatra Samasate Sura. If somebody is practicing devotional service, he will get all the qualities of demigods. But if someone has all the good qualities, but if he is not practicing devotional service, then it is not considered as good. So for example, recently we went to a Upanayana ceremony. Upanayana, Brahmin thread, they give. It's a Upanayana Samskara ceremony. So we went there, and a small boy, he was getting that Brahmin thread. And then people were coming and blessing him, be a good boy, like that. So I asked them, what do you mean by good boy? Good boy means you be good, study well, become, a good person. That is what good people think materially, but that is not good actually. The Upanayana Samskara, that is basically, after getting Upanayana Samskara, you go to a guru and you learn Shastra, you serve guru, that is the process. So after getting Upanayana, then be good in the sense that is not good actually. So good in the sense, you be a good devotee, then you are considered as good. But otherwise, whatever good you are in this material world, that is also considered as bad. So spiritually, we have to be spiritual. That is actually good. Material, so-called good, that is not actually good. But if you see, like for example, we go to book distribution, we go to offices, big offices, crime branch and all these things. We try to enter, security won't allow. Now we tell some lies. Now we want to meet someone, we got appointment, we want to enter, we go there, and it is kind of cheating, But it is not actually cheating. We cheat and go inside to spread the movement, to distribute the books of Prabhupada. This is not actually cheating. This is, we can say spiritual cheating. But this is not materially good or bad, it is not like that. So in same way, whatever Supreme Lord does, it is all glorified. Whether it is good or bad, whatever he does, it becomes, it glorified actually. So this Kheer Prasadam is offered every day to the devotees, pilgrims, whoever comes there. So anyway, we are going there. We should taste the Prasadam which is offered to Gopinath. So in the book, Maharaj is mentioning that when Maharaj went there, so he wanted to read Chaitanya Charitamrita there. And some devotees, they were requesting Maharaj to read Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Maharaj was mentioning that we were reading Chaitanya Charitamrita and then we got the Amrita Keli. So both nectar we could relish. That Maharaj was mentioning in the book. So when we go there, we can also taste the Amrita Keli and we can also read Chaitanya Charitamrita. if Krishna wills. So then, as we discussed, the king Langula Narsingadeva, he the king of Utkala, brought this deity to Remuna in the 13th century from Chitrakoot. So then if you go to the temple, it is not only Gopinath deity, and there is Govinda deity and Madan Mohan deity also. 3 deities are there. And the other 2 deities who were brought from Vrindavana in about 1938 by a devotee named Chaitanya Das Babaji. So later this 2 deity also installed there, and now when we go there, we'll see 3 deities, Gopinath, Govinda and Madan Mohana. And in Gaudiya Sampradaya, these 3 deities are considered as major or prominent deities. These 3 deities, when we go to Vrindavan, we try to visit all these 3 deities. And 2 deities are in Vrindavan, and Madan Mohan is in Karauli. So we try to visit all these 3 deities. But if we go to Remuna, all 3 deities we can see in one place. So this is one Leela. And then this place, Remuna, is very special for Gaudiya Vaishnavas because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited there, Nityananda Prabhu visited there. So that we'll see what it is. So when Lord Chaitanya visited the Gopinath temple in Remuna, he told the devotees traveling with him how the deity came to receive the name. Lord Chaitanya had heard the story from his spiritual master Ishwara Puri, a disciple of Madhavendra Puri, as related in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It is Madhavendra Puri for whom the condensed milk was stolen. That we saw the past time Madhavendra Puri stole. That these things Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard from his spiritual master Ishwara Puri. He is a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. In 2 places at the Gopinath temple, pilgrim worship the footprints of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The footprints are molded after the ones in the Jagannath temple in Puri, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would stand next to the Garuda Stamba, the pillar holding Garuda, the eagle carrier of Lord Vishnu. It is said that Lord Chaitanya felt such intense ecstasy upon seeing the Lord Jagannath that his feet melted impressions into the stone floor. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he was taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, he always used to hold the Garuda Stamba like this, and he used to take darshan of Lord Jagannath. So when he was taking darshan, because of ecstasy, that floor got melted and the footprints were there near the Garuda Stamba. And there was a reason why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was holding the Garuda Stamba and taking darshan like this, because Garuda, he's a great devotee of Lord. So always the Lord wants to see the great devotees. So if I stand near the Garuda Stamba, the Lord will see the Garuda, and then by side glance he will see me also. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was thinking like this out of humility. But he was a Supreme Lord himself, but still to set an example, he was behaving like this. He was not going in front of Jagannath and he was not taking darshan there. But he was beside this Garuda Stamba. So when the Lord sees Garuda, then he will see me also. That was the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in Remuna, there is a footprint of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. So then after that, there is a great devotee, Rasikananda. So he was a great devotee. He was preaching in the province of Orissa, and we will see about him. Not long after the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, a king who was a deity hater was going around smashing deities in the temple. When the people of Remuna heard he was coming, they hid Gopinatha in a pond 3 miles away. The king was upset that he could not find the Gopinath. Meanwhile, a great devotee named Rasikananda received an order in a dream to excavate the pond where Gopinatha had been hidden. He recovered the Gopinatha deity, built a temple for him, and took charge of his worshipping. So there is a pastime that one person, he came to smash the deities, and then they hit the deity, and Rasikananda, he recovered and then started worshipping. Rasikananda was the foremost disciple of Shyamananda, who had helped transport from Vrindavana to Bengal the writings of the Goswamis, leaders in Lord Chaitanya's movement. Shyamananda had spread Krishna consciousness extensively in Orissa, where Rasikananda had become his disciple. When Rasikananda decided it was time to leave the world, he went into the Gopinatha temple and disappeared. He had been performing Sankirtana in the temple courtyard with 7 of his associates, and now his associates were so overwhelmed by spiritual separation that they too gave up their bodies and entered the spiritual world. So Rasikananda, he was a great devotee, and he was worshipping. And recently we were discussing that when Rasikananda was preaching there, Krishna was calling him, you come back to me, like that. So he was refusing because he was so much intensively preaching there. So he was in the mood of preaching. So then at one point he decided that, okay, I will go back. So then he told his associates that you take care of this, you take care of temple management, you take care of preaching, like that. So he went into the temple doing kirtan and then disappeared. And then people went into the temple, then they couldn't find him. He just disappeared. And later they made a samadhi outside the temple. Anyway, the spiritual body is not there, but still Smaran Samadhi they made as a memorial kind of made a samadhi. So then some description about the temple. There is a pond. Is there just outside the entrance to the temple is a small man-made pond. It has steps going down to it, so one can reach it to bathe. Another pond, a very old one, about 100 meters from the temple, is where devotees from Bengal would bathe on the way to see Lord Chaitanya in Puri. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Madhavendra Puri, so many great souls must have taken bath there. And now we are so fortunate to get the chance. Although the pond has become the local place where people come to wash their clothes, the spiritual benefit of bathing there remains. So as we know, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and in the beginning he was in Navadvip, he was in Bengal. Then after taking sannyas, his mother ordered to stay in Puri. So then after taking sannyas, he was staying in Puri. But every year regularly devotees come to Puri to take darshan of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So while coming there, devotees would take bath in the pond. So obviously Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Madhavendra Puri, all the great devotees would have taken bath. So it's so spiritually so surcharged, you can say. So there are some other holy places in Remuna. So again, Lord Ramachandra pastime is there. When Lord Ramachandra returned to India from Lanka after killing the demon Ravana, he stopped for 4 days at the place now known as Remuna. Sita Devi wanted to bathe there in the Ganges. So Lord Ram shot 7 arrows into the ground and brought forth the Ganges. Today that place is known as Saptashara, 7 arrows. Yeah. So again there is a pastime of Lord Ramachandra and Sita Devi. So, and then because Lord Ramachandra felt pleasure, Ramana, at this place, it came to known as Remuna. So in the beginning of the lecture we discussed that this was known as Ramana. And we were thinking why Lord Ramachandra is coming into picture here. No? So this was a pastime. And previously this deity was carved by Lord Rama, that is one reason. And then again Ram came to this place, Remuna, and then he got pleasure here. So that's why it is known as Ramana, and later it was known as Remuna. And also a deity of Lord Shiva named Gargeshwara was later installed there. Nearby stands a deity of Durga Devi known as Ramachandi. Ramachandi, this is also related to Lord Ram, because Lord Ram got pleasure there. He felt pleasure. So that's why this Durga deity is also named as Ramachandi. And about a 10-minute walk from the temple of Kirshore Gopinath is a branch of Gaudiya Math, the mission of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura, Prabhupada's spiritual master. When he came there, just a few years before he left this world, he wanted to start a branch of his mission here, but did not accomplish that desire. Shortly after he left this world, however, someone donated for the Gaudiya Math in Remuna a 300-year-old Jagannath temple. Besides the Jagannath deity, the temple is now the home of Radha Krishna deities originally installed by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati in Mymensingh, in what is now Bangladesh. The Radha Krishna deities were brought here when Bengal was partitioned. So there is a Gaudiya Math also with Radha Krishna deities, which is originally installed by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in now Bangladesh. At that time it was not partitioned. So now the deity were shifted from Bangladesh to here, and then they were worshipping here. There is a Gaudiya Math. And also very, very important thing is Remuna is also the birthplace of Srila Sridhara Swami, the original commentator on Srimad Bhagavatam, and Baladev Vidya Bhushana, a great spiritual master in the line of Lord Chaitanya. So these they are very great devotees. Now in Chaitanya Charitamrita there is a mention of Sridhara Swami's Bhagavatam commentary in relation to Vallabhacharya. So there is a pastime in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And then Baladev Vidya Bhushan we might have seen in our Bhagavad Gita. No? Anybody knows where? There is a mention of Baladev Vidya Bhushan's name in our Bhagavad Gita as it is. You know where? Okay. In the very first page of Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada gives credit to Baladev Vidya Bhushan, who is who wrote Bhashya, Govinda Bhashya in our Gaudiya Sampradaya. So, Vedanta Sutra commentary. Right. So, this there is a small building constructed by ISKCON for the not Samadhi, in the birthplace of Sridhara Swami. So last time when we went there, it was already constructed. ISKCON is taking care of that place in the memory of Sridhara Swami's birthplace. So they are maintaining it. So there is a Sridhara Swami's deity there, and it is maintained by ISKCON. Okay. And then of course there is a very special place there in Remuna. We have ISKCON temple there, and we go there, and very historical places we see. But still, if we go to ISKCON temple, wherever we go, we will get some happiness. We go into our home, kind of ISKCON, which is established by Srila Prabhupada, and because it's like a family, we go and meet family members, kind of ISKCON. So by the mercy of Prabhupada, now we are able to learn about these places. We were able to go there, take darshan of Lord. We were able to spend time there, like that. And there is a Madhavendra Puri Samadhi also, because Madhavendra Puri came there, and there is a feat pastime, and there is a Samadhi of Madhavendra Puri also. And they were great devotees, Madhavendra Puri, Sridhara Swami, Baladev Vidya Bhushan, and all. So we can see the whole Leela happened to glorify Madhavendra Puri, we can say. So, but the deity was carved in Treta Yuga by Lord Ram somewhere in Chitrakoot, and then the king goes there, and then again he is bringing the deity to Jagannath Puri. But the Lord wanted to stay in Remuna. For all this Leela happened to glorify a great devotee. So Lord knows in future my devotee will come here. Somehow, Lord wanted to glorify a great devotees, Madhavendra Puri. So when we go there, we can take darshan of Madhavendra Puri Samadhi also. Generally, it is a custom, like when we go to a temple, we go to Acharyas first. Like when we go to Sri Vaishnava temple, we go to Ramanujacharya, take blessings of Acharyas, and then we go to the Lord. Like when we go to ISKCON temples also, we go to Prabhupada, we offer pranam, and then we go to Lord to take darshan. So in same way, when we go to Remuna, very soon we'll go. We try to take darshan of Madhavendra Puri, and then with the permission of Madhavendra Puri, we can go to Kirchor Gopinath, we can take darshan also. So, and also, Prabhupada established an ISKCON center in Toronto and Canada and named it New Remuna Dham. The presiding deity in the temple is named Sri Radha Kirchor Gopinath. So Prabhupada is so merciful that he is taking Remuna to around the world. Everyone knows, all ISKCON devotees know Remuna, even the foreigners, everyone knows about Remuna now because of Prabhupada's mercy. And Prabhupada didn't bring the devotees from other countries to Remuna, and he has taken Remuna out of country, and he has named a temple as New Remuna Dham. The deity is Radha Kirchor Gopinath. So anyway, by the mercy of Prabhupada, we were able to discuss about these things. Anyway. So Kirchor Gopinath ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Yeah. Any questions, comments?
After they hit the deity in the Kund, who found it again? Was it Rasikananda?
Rasikananda, yes. He got a dream that deity is hidden in the pond, and he recovered it, and again he built the temple for Kirchor. I don't know, the current temple is built by Rasikananda, I'm not sure, but he built the temple and he started the worship. Maybe later it is renovated, might be. Yes. Okay, Hare Krishna.